Witches, Werewolves, and Other Oddities. Part 1. I have had an interesting life, and I wanted to share it with you. Why? Because it is a story of myth and legend. The problem is that they are real. They were in my life. I will begin as a young girl. I did not attend school and was home educated. My family are witches, pagans, Wicca, depends how you look at it. We lived in a large farmhouse, but we only had chickens, dogs, cats, and birds. No cattle or anything. There was me, an only child, my mother, and my aunties, two of my aunties. The kitchen and the pantry were full of jars of herbs, potions, and oddities. Fresh herbs hung up too. It always intrigued me, and the smell was wonderful. I was spoiled, but not in a material sense, but I was loved and had a lot of attention from them. We were all very close, and I was taught about the Wicca way. So there is so much to tell you, and I don't want to miss any details. So we'll start with my first strange experience. I was always involved in everything, but one night in summer, a man came to the door. My auntie told me to go upstairs to my room, and she let him in. I was around 12 years old. I looked at the man as he walked into the hallway, past the stairs where I slowly was walking. He had a lot of hair, a beard, a moustache, wavy shoulder-length hair, dark brown. But his eyes were bright blue, and he gave me this look and smile. I can't explain it, but it felt off and strange, almost like his stare slowed time. I have no idea why he came or what went on in the living room, because I wasn't allowed down until he left. No one said anything, so I just forgot about it. But then this man began making regular weekly visits, and I was always made to go to the bedroom, my bedroom. Obviously, I was a kid, and curiosity did get the better of me, and I decided I would sneak downstairs, and I would definitely have to be nosy. I crept down the steps, and I know obviously where the living room is, and I knew that's where they were, so I creeped towards the door, and thankfully it wasn't completely closed, so there was a gap in between. I can still remember it today, and yes, it scared me back then, but later on, I was more intrigued about it. This man was naked in the room, with my two aunts and my mum around him. They were singing and actually dancing around. He was spreading this really gloopy, greenish, brownish, sludgy stuff all over his body while smiling. Then he began to pull these strange faces. So strange, I can't even describe. It was like his face didn't even belong to him. The way his mouth moved made it seem like it was stretching. Then his whole body started doing the same. It was stretching and moving, like it wasn't even his skin. He began to make animalistic noises, really bad. Not exactly human, not exactly animal though. It's really hard to explain. I wish I could explain the distortion that took place. I mean, it took place before my eyes, and I just can't. It's undescribable. By the end of everything, he was no longer a man. There stood a very large wolf on two legs, a werewolf if you want to call him that. I ran back upstairs and hid under my bed covers, shocked and frightened. I must have fallen asleep, because the next thing I remember was my nan tapping me gently, saying my name. "I know you saw." Those were the first words that she said to me as I slowly opened my eyes. "Come, let me learn you." She drew back the covers and held out her hand. This was my nan. I did not fear her or anything. I loved my nan. So I took her hand and she led me downstairs to the kitchen, where on the table was a large leather book, dark brown actually, with pretty floral embossing on it. Sit, she said, pointing to the kitchen chair, and she sat beside me. This is where my real adventure starts.